Thank you, Ashwin. So can we have our next speaker, Mr. Atul Khatri, on the stage, please? Round of applause for our speaker, Atul Khatri, please.
Session 6.
And can we have the AV intro of Atul Khatri ji, Sapan bhai?
Atul Narayan Das Khatri is a stand-up comedian and a renowned YouTube personality who was rated among the top Indian comedians by CNN IBN and the only Indian to perform in the Hong Kong International Comedy Festival. He attended the St. Teresa's Boys High School and later obtained a Bachelor of Engineering from TSEC, University of Mumbai, and attained a certificate in Business Administration from the Manchester Business School. At the age of 43, Khatri became a comedian after a short stint with his family business. Khatri has done over 400 comedy shows, television advertisements and YouTube videos. Khatri performs at the Comedy Store and the Canvas Laugh Factory. He joined East India Comedy in 2012, one of the busiest comedy groups in India. Khatri has appeared in television advertisements from Amazon, Muthoot Finance, Reptel, Aegon Religare Insurance, Philips and many more. Ladies and gentlemen, put your heart in its place as we welcome Mr. Atul Khatri to tickle your funny bone.
So thank you, team. We'll have a short 10-minute interaction and then over to you, Mr. Khatri, for the session, please.
Thank you.
So what brings you to the world of stand-up comedy, Atul?
I think it's important to make people laugh in today's world where, there's so much, I would not say sadness, but I think laughing has become very, very important. And I think most comedians in India are doing a good job in trying to spread laughter.
So हमारे इंदौर वालों की खासियत है they laugh for without any reason.
अच्छा ऐसा है?
हाँ.
Okay.
Can we have a sample, please?
नहीं इतना अच्छा नहीं है.
Okay, I'm sure that with you around, there'll be more laughters in the
Let's
hall,
hope
please.
so. Let's
Okay.
hope so. Yeah.
And leaving a corporate world and going into stand-up comedy, how this transition took place, please?
Actually, it was I was the age of 43, 44. I would
People at that time become naughty,
They become naughtier. Also, there's midlife crisis, which sets in. और actually बीवी का pressure था. बोले थे तो ये क्या जिंदगी भर बैठ के काम करेगा corporate में. So you should have more to your life. So husbands in the audience, please listen to your wives more often. Yeah. So my wife told me you should have more to something in your life. So she told me. So I went for a comedy open mic night. अपने बच्चों को नहीं बताया because they would say बाप सठिया का है सुमन में comedy कर रहा है. But did well and thanks to that today I'm sitting at Indore Management Association. So yeah, thank you.
And a lot of people from the corporate world, sir, we deal in a lot of analytics, logic, and strategy. What is that logic, analysis, and strategy in your comedy, sir?
In my comedy, I would say, first of all, writing is a very important part. And you have to be very aware of what is happening in the world because it's, you should know exactly what's happening because if you're interacting with the audience, you have to be up there. You can't know not things which are happening around you. Number one, that. Number two, writing is very intelligent. Making people laugh is very, very difficult. So writing jokes, going on stage, performing, requires a lot of hard work and I would say perseverance. You can write a joke, it may not be funny. You again go back to the drawing board, again write jokes. And
so how do you experiment on this? I mean, when you write, how do you experiment whether it will click with the audience or not?
So typically, first instances, आप अपने बच्चों बीवी के सामने when I was starting comedy, तो मैं अपने दोनों बेटियों और wife को room में बैठा था और jokes.
Do you tell them it's a joke or?
नहीं मैं तो ऐसा बोल देता था. लगता है यहाँ की सरकार को पता चल गया कि कोई कॉमेडियन आया है स्टेट में.
हाँ. Good. So you're talking about how do you experiment it in front of
हाँ, तो
family?
मैं क्या
Yeah.
करता हूँ, how do I experiment jokes? Both my daughters and my wife sit in front of me in a room and I run jokes with them. And the rule is whenever my wife says it's a very horrible joke, it does best on stage. So typically that works the best.
So on the other hand, you are talking about you need to listen to your wife, and this time you're not listening to your wife.
Yeah, I'm not listening to your wife.
Okay.
That's a relation you have, husband and wife.
Okay, great. Looking to the career as span of your stand-up comedian, how do you find this journey so far?
I think it's been amazing. I'm grateful that at a late age, I'm living a second life. I would say I lived one life as a corporate, as a CEO of a company for 25, 30 years. And I say next 25, 30 years, I'll be doing this till long as I live. Yeah. So it's great. I think it's very, very refreshing to get away from the entire corporate circle. Now you're in a different ecosystem with comedians, with writers, with live audiences, which was not ever there in my earlier job. Yeah.
And the stand-up comedy place is competitive enough. I
Very,
think
yeah.
with all the corporates facing the same kind of competition, how do you face that competition nowadays?
So comedy that way is little, I would say, it is competitive and there are too many comedians nowadays, but every comedian has its own voice, its own niche, its own audiences, and I think that is okay. You know, you'll be surprised, there'll be one, like an incident, but 10 comedians will have 10 different jokes, 10 different angles on it. So I think that's important, yeah.
So what's your crack on ChatGPT?
On ChatGPT, you know, once I tried to write, I thought, because there was a lot of things that ChatGPT will replace comedians, and I tried to tell ChatGPT to write a joke, and it was awful. So I felt very happy. But now you don't know about with Google's Android's Gemini how it is going to be. That's already having its own jokes, by the way. So I think there's a lot of more human touch which will go before I think AI takes us over. But you never know.
Okay. So thank you, Atul, and now over to you, please. Right.
Okay, thank you. So you guys ready for some comedy? Yeah? Are you guys ready for some comedy? Yeah. So how many of you have seen a live stand-up comedy before? Make some noise. Okay, watching Arnab Goswami on Republic TV doesn't count. Even though he's funnier than most of us comedians put together. Any fans of Arnab in the house? Make some noise. Shame on you. No, I'm joking. I was a huge fan of Arnab at one time, but no longer a fan. But the best thing, what I still love about Arnab is every night he comes on national TV, invites guests, puts them in one of those cells in his Excel sheet, and then 2-3 rascals, he doesn't allow them to speak throughout the night. And all those poor guys just keep on doing Arnab, whole night long. I love him. He's the judge, jury, executioner. But honestly, let me tell you, as a comedian, we hate to perform for this kind of a corporate crowd. Seriously. We just do it for the money. Because most of you won't laugh now. You'll remember my jokes on the pot tomorrow morning and then laugh. And generally, whenever we comedians do a corporate show, usually on the front row, you have the CEO, the CIO, the CEO, all the O's sitting in the front row. So whenever we comedians make a joke, the rest of the employees watch tempted. If they laugh, then only we'll laugh. Okay? But thankfully, we don't have anything of that sort today. Let me understand the room, but all the single people in the house, make some noise. Single people. Fantastic. Married people, make some noise. Married people. Lovely. All the wives in the audience who love their husbands, make some noise. Thank you, liars, for the show. Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate your presence. All the husbands who love their wives, make some noise. Come on, let's get this better. All the husbands who love to go to Thailand without their wives, make some noise. Good. We're opening up. One final call. Only the good-looking people tonight in this room, make some noise. Amazing. Some of you are so bloody optimistic. I can see you all. Let me introduce myself. My name is Atul Khatri and I am 56 years old. Usually I get a clap over here. Come on, tali bajao sir, please. Yeah. Because at the age of 56, I'm India's oldest English stand-up comedian. In fact, I'm so old, or rather some of these comedians in our country are so young, all in their mid-20s, early 20s, that whenever I perform with them backstage, they get confused. Should we call him dude or should we call him dad? And also doing stand-up comedy at this age is very tough. It's very tough. No, it's not the talking part. As we guys get older, we can speak for hours. You heard some of the speakers here today. It's the bloody standing part which is the problem. And the bladder control. But don't worry, Indore, it's all under control. Today I won diapers. Adult diapers. There's a brand of adult diapers in India called Friends. So sick, na? Kids' diapers are so cute. Huggies, Pampers. And adult diapers, Friends. As a result, now whenever I see my friends, yeah, man, I'm from Mumbai, and actually as he mentioned, I was the CEO of an IT company for close to 25 years. Started doing open mics in 2012, and exactly 7 years later, 1st Jan 2019, I had my comedy special which came out on Netflix. How many of you watched my comedy special on Netflix? Make some noise. 6 of you, that's it. Rest all of you cheap Amazon Prime subscribers. Watching content because of free home delivery. No, this is a very good ratio. I was performing in Mumbai, my home city, 2,700 people. I asked this same question. How many of you watched my Netflix special? There also just 4 or 5 hands went up. Then there was an old man sitting in the front row and he raised his hand later on. He's saying, Beta, what is the Netflix special? So I said, Uncle, I had my own comedy special on Netflix. It was part of Comedians of the World, 47 comedians from 13 countries. I was privileged to be a part of it. He's saying, Beta, can I watch it on Amazon Prime? I said, no, Uncle, it's a bloody competing platform. He's saying, Beta, how much is the subscription of Netflix per month? I said, Uncle, premium is 649 rupees a month. He told me, Beta, I paid 2,000 for the ticket. Humko yahi suna do. So from 2012 to 2016, I did both my CEO Giri as well as stand-up comedy. In 2014, I took part in this contest called CEO's Got Talent. Yeah, exactly, CEO's Got Talent. So just like how you got India's Got Talent, America's Got Talent, CNBC TV organized this reality show called CEO's Got Talent. See, we CEOs are so untalented that they had to get a program on national TV just to show the little talent which we have. There were 12 CEOs participating, but I won that contest, and my wife was very happy, and I was very happy because my wife was very happy. Because before that, she should just tell me there, a 56-year-old Indian has become the global CEO of Microsoft. And here you're at 56 going on stage telling jokes and still not being able to afford a legal copy of Windows for the children's computer. But in 2016, I decided to resign from my job and I got full-time into comedy. And my life changed 180 degrees here. Because for 25 years, you work in a company, you run a bloody very boring, mundane life here. I remember for 25 years, I used to wake up at 6:30 in the morning, read the newspaper till 7:30, leave home at 8:30. The only best corporate decision early in the morning used to be which road to take to go to office, just to change my own scenery. Once a month, I used to attend these couple kitty parties with my wife. और क्या होता था ना, कोई couple kitty party में कोई husbands नहीं आते थे. So wife used to ask, आपके husband क्यों नहीं आए? अच्छा, he's gone to China for work. आपके husband? Oh, he's gone to Dubai for exhibition. Then she used to look at me, साले नालायक. तू तो हर couple kitty में आ जाता है. I said, what do I do? My job is in Mumbai. If you want, I'll go to Sakinaka. Sakinaka, for some people in Indore who don't know, it's a suburb in Bombay, which sounds like it's in Japan. Sakinaka. But now I'm a freelancer. Now I wake up at 10:30, 11 in the morning. I read the newspaper till 12, 12:30. The other day I walked out into my living room. My father lives with me. Sorry. I live with my father. And my dad was watching an English movie on a Monday afternoon. And I sat down first time in my life and watched a movie with my dad here. I could have never done that in the 25 years of my corporate life, And while we were watching that English movie, suddenly an adult scene came. And my dad immediately changed the channel. I said, Dad, come on, you're 86, I'm 56. At this age, this is the only action we get. Chalne do. But honestly, the best part of stand-up comedy for me is I get to perform with all these young comedians here. जो हमारे country में जो comedians, all in their mid-20s, early 20s here. Some of these comedians are so young that I remember after one of the shows, one of these comedians told me, Sir, come home after the show. Whole night long we'll play video games. I said, are you bloody mad? I said, I have to go home and play this game called life. I have to go home, sleep early, wake up early, take one of my children for football coaching, take the other one for geography tuitions, bring them back, pack their clothes, get them ready, drop them to school, come back, wake up my wife, and go back to work. And ironically, the game with these rascals were playing whole night long is called Call of Duty. And I remember back then I used to wear different caps on different days of the week. One day I used to go for dinner with all my 40 plus CEO friends, and the bill used to come. We used to have a fight. No, let me pay. We are throwing our credit cards inside. Next day I'm having dinner with all these young comedians, all bloody losers. And the bill used to come, different kind of a fight. No sir, I had only 2 rotis. This is my 60 rupees. I had 1 scoop of dal, 20 rupees. Sala GST kon dega, service charge hoega, nobody knows. But at least thanks to performing with these young comedians, I've understood technology. I got different apps on my smartphone. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Snapchat, I'm on Tinder. Tinder for all those decently married people who don't know it's a dating app. And people ask me, dude, you're married, why are you on Tinder? And I tell them, just because I've eaten doesn't mean I can't look at a menu of a restaurant. And I use Tinder very, very effectively. Nowadays, whenever I go to a new city for a show, I don't judge the city by its airports, hotels, infrastructure. I judge the city by the quality of option it offers me on Tinder. And Tinder, Indore is amazing. Come on, give a round of applause to yourselves, man. Seriously, yeah. Last week I was in Ahmedabad for a show. And Tinder Ahmedabad is pathetic. Kept on giving me only one option, Jashoda Ben, Jashoda Ben, Jashoda Ben. Swipe left, swipe left. Also, I'm drinking a lot with these kids. These aajkal ke comedians kitna daru pite hain yaar. But I come from Mumbai. Does anybody know what's the official drinking age limit in Mumbai? Throw a guess, anyone? It's 25, yes, Mrs. Soni is right. It's 25. The official drinking age limit in Maharashtra is 25. I know in Delhi it's 1 or 2. But Mumbai is 25 and kids are complaining. They're saying if we can vote, we can drive, we can marry at the age of 18. Why the hell do we have to drink at the age of 25? And I tell them first 3 things really don't matter. Voting children, why do you want to vote? All politicians will take our money, every single one of them. You want to get married? Ask us married people what we are going through. Later on I'll remove this jacket and show you the chabuk ke nishan on my back. Children, you want to drive in India? Why? Indian roads are made up of 2 types of holes, potholes and assholes. But I think the drinking age limit of 25 is correct because I'm talking as a parent, because even I have 2 grown-up children. Because at the age of 25, kids are grown up, they realize the value of money and hopefully earning enough to buy their own alcohol. I wouldn't want my 18-year-old child to come and tell me, Papa, दारू के लिए पैसा दो. अबे साले तेरे को देगा तो मैं क्या पिएगा? And this logic proves I'm a Sindhi. Any Sindhis in the house? Make some noise. Keep your hands down. Even I've come for the free food. Yeah, man, I'm a Sindhi. My dad was born in India. My granddad was born in India. My great-granddad was born in India. But my mother came from Pakistan in 1947 during the partition, like most of the Sindhis came, which basically means I'm half Indian, half Pakistani, which means I'm constantly at war with myself. I hate Nawaz Sharif, but I love Hina Rabani. And because I'm in this confused state of mind, somebody said you must go to the Wagah border because that's where you can see this Indo-Pak thing happening. How many of you have been to the Wagah border? Make some noise. Yeah, quite a few. For those who have not been, obviously it's a border between India and Pakistan close to Amritsar. And what India and Pakistan have done is they made these giant stadiums on both sides of the road near the border where people can go and sit and watch that closing gate ceremony. Now on any given evening you go there. On the Pakistani side, there are 30, 40 bored Pakistanis sitting. And on that same evening on the Indian side, there are 4 or 5 million over-enthusiastic Indians. Just happy to be born free of cost in the largest democracy in the world. Sab naach rahe, khush the, We could see the Pakistanis sitting over there. There was this lady next to me, I think she was saying Pakistanis for the first time. She started telling her children, वो देखो देखो बच्चे लोग पाकिस्तानी बिल्कुल इंसान लगते हैं, तो क्या बंदर लगेंगे, हैवान लगेंगे? We started waving out to the Pakistanis. They started waving out to us. But their waving out was more that, can we come there please? Can we come there? Then we thought something will start now, but song started. मुझे तो पता भी नहीं था वहाँ speakers थे. First on the Pakistani side, some song started, La Ilahi Pakistan, Pakistan. Even the Pakistanis were confused. साला कौन सा गाना चला, कभी सुना ही नहीं हम लोग ने. Then on the Indian side, our late Lata Didi, her song started, "Ae mere watan ke logo." We started singing. Even the Pakistanis started singing with us. And in fact, they knew the lyrics better than us. जनाब हाथ में भर लो नहीं, आंख में भर लो पानी, जनाब आंख में भर लो पानी. We thought now something will start. But no, two guys came on the street, one with mics, one on the Pakistani side, one on the Indian side. And the guy on the Pakistani side first said, अब जो हमारी आवाज है हिंदुस्तान तक पहुंचनी चाहिए. And he said, Pakistan. Now 30-40 bored Pakistanis. Their Zindabad didn't reach India, no. It just reached the gates. In fact, the bath of the Zindabad just trickled over the gates. Then our guy said, अभी हमने पाकिस्तान की आवाज सुनी, अभी हमारी आवाज है पाकिस्तान तक पहुंचनी चाहिए. And we were all waiting. And he said, Bharat Mata Ki. And the jai was so loud, it skipped the gates. It skipped Pakistan and went to Afghanistan, you know. Somewhere in the Tora Bora mountains, Taliban said, Jai kisne bola? Jai kisne bola? They were screaming, we were screaming, they were screaming, we were screaming. At one time, the atmosphere was so charged up that if our guy, instead of Bharat Mata Ki Jai, would have just told Akraman, within 15 minutes, we would have captured Lahore and Islamabad. Just with our phones, that's it, nothing else, you know. But yeah, man, I'm a Sindhi. I'm a member of this gymkhana in Bombay called Khar Gymkhana. See, most of the clubs and gymkhanas in India were set up by the British. But this gymkhana in Mumbai has been set up for the Sindhis, by the Sindhis, of the Sindhis. I love going to that place. Wherever you go there, you see your own Sindhi people. People with excessive body hair. Thick bushy eyebrows. Hair coming out of the ears. Hair coming out of the chest. The chest coming out of the hair. But it is here at Khar Gymkhana that we Sindhis have given such a big contribution to the world, which each of you use it whenever you go out to eat. And this contribution is based on simple mathematical ratios of 1/2, 2/3, and 3/5 when it comes to soups. Come on, give a round of applause to the Sindhis. We have invented it. Let me tell you how it started. Long time ago. ये बच्चा ऑडियंस में कहाँ से आया? घर से लाया कि यहाँ ही पैदा किया? I remember long time ago, I went to Khar Gymkhana for a birthday party. We were 13 of us children. The waiter took an order, went to the head of the table to the wicked Sindhi aunt. She asked him, बच्चा लोग ने क्या order किया? He said, Madam, 13 sweet corn chicken soup. She told him, तू पागल हो गया, बच्चा लोग इतना soup पिएगा? एक काम करो, cancel all this, make it 3/13. 3/13? How the hell can you make 3 soups into 13 portions? What kind of measuring instruments do they have in the kitchen? I can imagine the chef must not be a chef, must be a computer engineer. Sitting inside the kitchen, surrounded by computers and calculators, whose only job is to calculate these complex mathematical ratios and to see that the restaurant doesn't go out of business. And he must be waiting dreadfully in the kitchen, waiting for the next waiter to come and ask him, "Ab kya order laya sale?" And you say, "Sir, tomato soup 5/23. But this has left a huge mark on me. Even now, sometimes on work I go alone. I always order my soup 1/2, even if I'm eating alone. Because when you order your soup 1/2, you pay for 1, but you get 1.2, 1.25, makes a difference to all of us. And yes, I remember that day when our 3/13 soup came, we had to cover with the hand so that it doesn't evaporate. But yeah, man, I'm a Sindhi married to a Punjabi. Any Punjabis in the audience, make some noise. See, Punjabiyon ko actually na stand-up comedy samjhane ki zarurat nahi hai. Because after 2 drinks, every Punjabi becomes a comedian, you know. But yeah, man, I'm a Sindhi married to a Punjabi. 2 of the hairiest communities in India. Obviously, my wife and I had a love marriage, a common love for hair. We met for the first time at a medical shop, at a chemist shop. We were both buying Gillette together. And I remember my wedding morning, man. I was so anxious, I was so tense. Not because I'm getting married, not because I have to sleep with the same woman for the rest of my life. No. As a Sindhi groom, I was so tense that how many dinner plates would get consumed at my wedding reception. We had instructed all our close relatives that 4 of you should share from one plate. But some of them went patriotic, they started washing the plates in the swimming pool of the hotel. And 6 of them started eating from one plate. And I had that barat on that ghodi. My barat was 1 kilometer long from my house to the wedding hall. But it took 5 hours to reach. Because my friends were drinking and dancing as if there's no tomorrow. And to add to the misery, my dad ordered this huge big horse, not realizing the son is the bloody dwarf. 5 hours I sat on the horse like this. I did my feras like this. I got married 30 years ago, things still hurt down there. And I remember my honeymoon night, man. I was at it whole night long. No, not that. I was at it whole night long, just opening the lifafas and seeing how much cash we had collected. Some of my relatives, 8 of them came and gave only 51 rupees. I'm still searching for them. You see them walking on the road, I'll run my car over them, yaar. And I remember coming out of the shower in the morning. My wife looked at me and said, "You, what is all that white on your body?" I said, "This is talcum powder. We Sindhis use talcum powder after a bath. What do you Punjabis use?" She said, "We use deodorant." I said, "Are you bloody mad? Deodorant costs 200 rupees. Powder costs 80 rupees. We Sindhis mix it to 10 kilos of atta and use it throughout the year." Within 1 week, even she shifted to atta. You know, whenever I make these jokes, my wife gets very upset. Even today, she was very upset. Mr. Soni, wish you a safe flight, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Let's give a round of applause to Mr. Soni for coming all the way from Delhi, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, man. Today also I had to come here. My wife was very upset. Because true story, today in Mumbai, it's a best friend's daughter's wedding. And today actually happens to be the Sangeet function. And I'm so glad to IMA for calling me here. Because I bloody hate Sangeet functions here. Because see, Sangeet functions one time in a country were very good. You could go there, drink, dance, have a good time. But slowly and steadily, thanks to the Marwadis, actually the Bharjatiyas, the Sangeet function has become nothing but, listen to this carefully, a platform where both the families of the bride and bridegroom can fulfill all the unfulfilled Bollywood vasanas and display their bad dancing talents in front of a hostage and captive audience. It's like saying, "We have paid for these functions, you rascals, sit and watch us perform." And I'm fine if the bride and bridegroom's young friends come and dance, no problem, bring them on. But the problem starts in every chachaji, chachiji, mamaji, mamiji, bank managers, debtors, creditors, servants, buddy, everybody wants to come and dance. And they don't even choose songs which befit their age. I swear on you, I went for this Marwadi function, there was an 80-year-old Dadiji dancing to "Ooh la la, ooh la la, ooh, main hu teri fantasy." I said, "DJ, stop the music, stop the music." "Dadiji, there aaye. Whose fantasy are you at the age of 80? And always, competition hota idhar. So there was a Nani ji from the other side wearing a red sari, dancing to "You ama chammak challo, Prabhu mujhe upar le lo," Honestly speaking, her dance moves are good, but the only thing with the tubes of oxygen respirator were coming in the way of her dance moves. And the 2 nurses dancing behind her, ab mari, they were not dancing properly. अरे last time I went for this function, साला 1:30 बजे तक खाना नहीं लगाया था यार. तो मैनेजर को, "भैया खाना लगाओ, कल काम पे जाना है." बोला, "भैया बुआ जी डांस के चुपचाप बैठी है उधर." तो मेरे फ्रेंड्स पूछते, "को इतना प्रॉब्लम है तो घर से क्यों नहीं खा के जाता?" ऐसे, "डूड, आई एम अ सिंधी." जब हमको कार्ड का इन्विटेशन आता ना, 3 दिन हम गैस सिलेंडर कंपनी को वापस दे देते हैं. ब्रेकफास्ट, लंच, डिनर सब इधर ही खाना है यार, But हाँ यार, but actually feels so good. I can see so many people. I think one of the largest crowd I have attended to after the pandemic. Well, let's give a round of applause that we all survived the pandemic, correct? पहले तो किस को कोविड हुआ? Make a loud cough. सबको हो गया. If you guys remember, the pandemic started 15th March 2020. ये date था, official date, 15th March 2020. I got my first COVID attack after 1 year on 1st March 2021. Where I swear on you, the Times of India headlines, Mumbai edition was, least number of COVID cases in the history of Bombay. There were 194 cases in entire Mumbai, 14 were from my house. साला कुत्ते को छोड़ के बाकी सबको हो गया. Basically, by क्या हुआ था March 2021 तक, government had started allowing weddings. So we all went for a destination wedding to Udaipur. We were all the decent people from Mumbai, all from the girls' side. Each of us was wearing PP suit, face shield, double mask, earmuffs, gloves, diapers. We covered all our entry points. फिर भी COVID entered into our body because the boys' side were from Delhi. दिल्ली वालों को तो पता ही नहीं, कभी नहीं, अरे कुछ नहीं, जय माता दी बोलो, आगे बोलो, सब ठीक हो जाएगा. अरे we reached the wedding, they removed our mask, shoved bottles into our mouth. 250 people got COVID in the wedding. And I was feeling so bad, yaar. Because throughout the year I had been such a good boy. घर पे बैठ के सब एक गवर्नमेंट का ऑर्डर मैंने फॉलो किया, you know. बैठे बैठे दिन में 3-4 बार, you know, I used to wash my hands unnecessarily, sing happy birthday to you, you know. घर पे बैठी N95 मास्क पहनता था. अरे सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग के नाम पे 1 साल मैंने अपने बीवी को टच भी नहीं किया. साला फिर भी कोविड हो गया मुझे. Without any government's orders, मुंह में I used to just, you know, pop vitamin A, B, C, D, magnesium, zinc, calcium, vibranium, titanium. साला पूरा प्योरिटेबल समझ के अंदर डाला यार. Also did all those Instagram challenges coming that time. याद है आपको Instagram challenge आते थे? Dalgona cup coffee challenge, banana bread challenge, sourdough bread challenge. Then there was this one challenge which came. It was called T-shirt headstand challenge. सर के बल खड़े होके do it full headstand, and while doing the headstand, remove your T-shirt, wear another T-shirt, take that video, put it on Instagram. One of my friends did that. He dislocated his shoulder, went to the hospital and got COVID there. You know. But honestly, जब मुझे COVID हुआ, I was feeling very happy also कि मुझे COVID हुआ है. Because throughout the year, I had seen other celebrities get it. और मुझे लग रहा था मेरे को क्यों नहीं हो रहा, मेरे में कुछ कमी है क्या? I was getting FOMO. You know? And remember, when any Bollywood celebrity got COVID, they used to put up this statutory template एक डालते थे, you know. Hey guys, I got COVID, but don't worry, the doctors are taking good care of me, and with your love and support, I will bounce back. And the last line, they used to put this small disclaimer. And if I have been in touch with you for the last 10 days, तुम लोग जाओ तेल लगाने, you know. Mutual fund are subject to market risk, read it offer carefully, you know. But at least thanks to these status updates, we came to know affairs which were happening in Bollywood in spite of the lockdown. Like one day Vicky Kaushal put it, next day Katrina Kaif put it. Because they were dating, they got married later on. One day Arjun Kapoor put it, next day Malaika put it. You know? But the most weirdest one was, one day Rekha ji's watchman got it. And the next day Mr. Bachchan got it. How that happened, nobody knew. But I'm telling you now, the worst part of Corona for me was to spend 10 days and nights in isolation in one locked room with my wife here. Because the last time I'd spent 10 days and nights in isolation in one locked room with my wife was 30 years ago during my honeymoon. And that was also a Corona of a very different kind. That was more like Corona na ruk kyun gaye, aur karo. But usually my wife and I, you know, we love each other. But pata nahi Corona ka side effect kya tha? We were fighting for no rhyme or reason. आपको याद है स्कूल में हम बैठते थे, the guy next to you डिवाइडर से half mark बनाता था बेंच पे, हाथ आएगा काट डालूंगा. First night of Corona, my wife made this long imaginary line on bed. Sweetheart, any part of your body comes, I'm going to chop it off. You know? We were fighting for no rhyme or reason. Doctor had told us to walk 6 minutes in a bedroom and measure the oxygen saturation and send him pictures of that machine. अरे we used to walk in a small Bombay house, इसको चल हट, पता नहीं क्या हुआ था. That day I realized why the mercury में जो thermometer, why it is rounded and not pointed, you know. Because she would taken and stabbed me, मर साले, you know. So just like any other celebrity, मैंने भी अपने सब WhatsApp group में डाल दिया कि hey guys, I got COVID, blah 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 blah. And biggest mistake I did, biggest mistake. Because I forget I'm an old man surrounded by uncles my age. And let me tell you, Corona, the first wave in India spread on WhatsApp, nowhere else. ये अंकलों को काम ही नहीं था. As soon as I got COVID, one friend called up, Atul, तुझे COVID हुआ? I said, हाँ. बोलता है बहुत अफसोस हुआ सुन के. ऐसे साले मरा नहीं, अफसोस बाद में होता है. One guy said, Atul, सुबह को उठ के, सुबह को empty stomach पे eat 8 raw onions, 8 कच्चे प्याज खा, कोरोना भाग जाएगा. I said, I don't know about corona, after eating 8 raw onions, definitely my wife will run away. And if I eat 8 raw onions and wear an N95 mask, साला मेरी रूह भाग जाएगी. These are all true stories. One guy said, Atul, किसको बताना मत. In spite of the lockdown, मैंने चाइना से एक लाइट इंपोर्ट की है, UV ट्यूब लाइट. 10 मिनट रूम में डाल, कोरोना मर जाएगा. I said, idiot, कोरोना मेरे अंदर है, कहां से डालूं तेरी ट्यूबलाइट? These are all true stories. Please Google it. आज मेरी कसम है, घर पे जाके चेक करना. One guy told me, Atul, from Amazon, I have ordered भाभी जी का पापड़. कोई पता नहीं MLA ने स्कैम शुरू किया, पापड़ खाओ, इम्यूनिटी बढ़ जाएगी, कोरोना भाग जाएगा. ऐसा यही तो बेचारे साइंटिस्ट बैठ के वैक्सीन बना रहे हैं लैब में. They should all be sitting at Haldiram making chakna, But let me tell you, Sala Corona mein one thing came to know. Sala corporate mein I used to do my work, I should not do my work on the 2nd of every month, I used to get my salary. Now today I'm a freelancer, I'm a comedian. Today I have a show, I have money. Tomorrow I don't have a show, I don't have money. That's the life of a freelancer. And that got me realize, that, and I can see that, how my wife's attitude towards me changes. Depending if I have a show, I don't have a show, Like today, thanks to you guys in Indore Management Association, I have a show. Tomorrow I'll go to Bombay, she'll tell me, अच्छा आपके रोटी पे घी लगाऊं? कल शो नहीं, बोले डीजल डालूं या पेट्रोल डालूं? But one good advice which I got starting out 12 years ago from a fellow comedian, he said, Atul, when you're starting out now, whatever stage time you get, whatever opportunity you get, you must do it, And I'm telling you, when I started out 12 years ago, I used to get, every event I used to perform, I'm not kidding, true story, I once performed at a 5-year-old boy's birthday party, yeah. And while I was performing, those little guys were playing hide and seek. And how do I know that? Because they were using my ass as a pillar while I was performing. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. And I couldn't even slap the guy, it was his birthday, I did a lot of house parties back then. I remember once I got this call from this lady from South Bombay. Now South Bombay, just to give you the reference, a very upper crust, the hoity-toity part of Mumbai, This lady called up and said, hi, Mr. Khatri, we are very big fans of yours. And that's how they speak also, Hi, Mr. Khatri, we are very big fans of yours. Do you perform at people's private houses? I said, yes, ma'am, I do. What is the event? Not an event exactly, Mr. Khatri. We are a group of girls on a WhatsApp group. We call ourselves HNF. HNF. Now, see, I'm from a corporate background. There's a term called HNI, high net worth individual, So I thought South Mumbai must be high net worth females, He's saying, no, Mr. Khatri, we are hotty naughty 40s. I said, ouch. I said, ma'am, is it like a kitty party? He said, no, Mr. Khatri, it's not exactly like a kitty party. But we girls meet on the first Wednesday of every month in someone's house. And every girl has to organize this creative artist. Last time my friend got a pottery artist. Next month is my turn. I thought I'll invite you. I thought, ma'am, it's a very good idea. But let me tell you, I tend to sometimes do adult jokes. He said, Mr. Khatri, that's why we called you. We want only adult jokes. I said, acha ma'am, how many of these hotty naughty 40s will be there for the event? He said, Mr. Khatri, we're a group of 20, but at any time, 8 girls always turn up. Honestly, I didn't want to bloody perform for 8 hotty naughty 40s in somebody's living room on a Wednesday afternoon. So to get out of the situation, I said, ma'am, why don't you do one thing, have it in the evening, along with your husbands, along with alcohol. It's not that I need alcohol to make people laugh, it just helps. He's saying, Mr. Khatri, don't you worry. All we love, girls love drinking. I'll start making the girls drink since 10:30 in the morning. By the time you come at 12:30, we'll be totally sloshed waiting for you. So फिर मैं डर गया. I said, okay, ma'am, let me do one thing. Let me speak to my manager and call you back. That time I didn't have a manager. So I called up my wife. I said, hello, Didi. Because that's what I call my wife after 30 years of marriage. I said, hello, Didi, there are this group of girls on a WhatsApp group. They call themselves HNF, calling me to their house to perform. She said, hotty naughty 40s? I said, are you a bloody part of this group? She said, no, we have another group. We call ourselves NHF, naughty hotty 40s. I said, I think they're looking at stand-up comedy. Actually, I think they don't want the comedy part, they just want the stand-up part. should I go for it? She said, are they paying you? I said, very well. He said, then bloody go and do it. As long as you get the money home, don't get any diseases, do what you want. Thank you, friends. Atul Khatri, that's my time. Been a lovely audience. Thank you so much. Thank you to IMA. Thank you, everybody, for calling me here. God bless you. Thank you so much.
So picture अभी बाकी है, English थी, अभी हिंदी आना बाकी है.
अच्छा, okay,
है ना?
sir.
So just 2 seconds. Can we have Nikhila on the stage for the QFL presentation, sir?
Good evening, everybody. Now we are up for the awards ceremony for the 23rd Quest for Leaders. This was taken, we had 7 participants, 7 colleges. IBMR, IPS Academy, DCBM Indore, Acropolis Institute of Management, Studies and Research Indore, Acropolis Institute of Management, Tech and Research, Avantika University Ujjain, Maharaja Ranjit Singh College of Professional Science, Indore. We start with the second runner-up. Acropolis Institute of Management Studies and Research, Indore. Students participated: Ayushi Jaiswal, Akansh Pardesi, Hardika Jamdar.
Can we have Akhilesh Rathi ji on the stage for please. So big clap for the Acropolis Institute, please.
We have a tie for the runner-up position. The award has been shared between DCBM Indore and IBMR IPS Academy. The students participated from DCBM are Suhan Bhatt, Ram Sharma, Tanisha Agrawal. Can we have the team on stage, please? And from IBMR IPS Academy, Ashwarya Trivedi and Dipanshi Jagwani. IBMR IPS Academy, students participated, Ragini Gadgil, Ravi Rizwani, and Shivam Pathak. Congratulations to all the winners. I hand over the session to Naveen sir.
So can we have Vaishali Shivhare ji, Vaishali Shivhare, please, to present a memento to our speaker, Atul Khatri ji. Thank you, Vaishali. Thank you. So, final word from Atul sir to close this session, please.
First of all, thank you to the Indore Management Association for having me here. You know, I've come here many times and they always tell me Indore is mini Bombay, ऐसे बोला जाता है. Please don't compare to Bombay. You're the cleanest city in India. Mumbai is very, very dirty. Keep up the good job Indore is doing in cleanliness. And Mumbai should take inspiration from Indore, actually. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So thank you all for coming out and attending this conclave. See you next year at around 24th and 25th of February, if I'm not wrong. Thank you.